Welcome back and welcome to Trend, where we bring to you some of the most interesting stories from the social media space. Nigerian feminist, relationship advisor and coach Dami Olonisakin, popularly known as Oloni, broke the internet on Monday with the announcement of our engagement. Oloni, who is known for providing relationship advice and guiding our devoted followers with odd takes about the opposite gender, made this announcement to the surprise of many. Now, Oloni shared photos from the romantic engagement ceremony via a Twitter page, revealing that her lover proposed to her on the 24th of December, which happens to be Christmas Eve, proudly also showing off her diamond ring with the caption, Olowo Ori, meaning someone who paid the bride price. Now, this engagement has left the Twitter space agog, eliciting various reactions, mainly from the male folk, amidst other shocking expressions. Let's see some of the reactions to this story on social media. That comment is from Salako. Salako says, we've seen the script play out over and over again. Stand with a gender, in bracket, doesn't have to be yours. Fight with the other gender and enable all their ills about your tweets. Grow your audience of, oh my goodness, and then feed them more nonsense and then become a voice and breed disciples and then finally retire. That one is from Uncle Ayo, who is also Salako. Alaji Birdless Smalley says, Oloni, where a thread scatter your relationship, don't collect engagement ring. They play. Just they play. Of course, we know that's the new slang on social media. This one is from Lulu. Lulu said, laughing off. He says, Oloni is getting married. If you like, continue being mean to men. Twitter agenda is in real life. That's advice from Lulu. Aramide says, incels are quoting Oloni's tweet and saying that girls are clowns for listening to her. Literally, all she says is pick someone with brains and someone who loves you, and these men get mad because they have no brains. That one is from Aramide. Alabi says, Oloni did nothing wrong. Now you will be full-grown adults where they allow, in quotes, Twitter hot takes ruin your real-life relationship. Now you might blame. That is from the Lawrence. Salako went on again to say, actually, Salako made a full thread on social media, on Twitter, precisely. Salako says, I really hope you people have mentors in your life. I hope you detach from being impressionable pawns, because the people reeling relationship advice to you on here are charlatans. Well, that's as much as we can take on the story. This one is from Sonwo K. Abiola Kemi Sonwo. Kemi Sonwo says, my babe left our relationship because of your advice on here. Now she's feeling disappointed after seeing this post, and she's currently lamenting on WhatsApp as I type. I don't know if this is true or if this is fried dodo, but that's from Kemi Sonwo. And that's all the comments we can take on the story. Okay, we'll take this last one very quickly. That one is from Ashiwaju Larry. Larry says, most of your COVID mistresses posted their man in matching pajamas. Oloni too just got engaged. Meanwhile, you've chased all your potential suitors away because you parrot everything these people say about men and apply it to your real life relationship. You will learn the hard way. I don't know if this is a course or what, but those are all the comments we can take from that story. Now we move on back to Nigeria, where popular Nollywood star Timini Egbuson has revealed in an interview that the church betrayed him and influenced his decision to leave the church. In an interview hosted by Lillian Afegbai on her show, Timini opened up on why he left and how he left the church. According to Timini, he was a church boy who used to preach in the main churches when he was a teenager. He also disclosed that as time went on, he realized that the church was full of pretenders, and this is in quote. He disclosed that he decided to find God and have a relationship with him personally. Here's what he had to say.
So basically, I feel like me and God have a personal relationship. I've been betrayed by the church, in the past. You get I was a full church boy. I used to, in teenage church, I used to preach in the main church on Sundays. Everything that you think I have now in terms of swag and whatever, it was in church that I learned it, like Christ Chapel. And then I went to some other churches, but I just realized that there's a lot of pretense. And I know it's not a reason to stop going because, obviously, so basically it's just a thing where I just okay, let me find this man called God on my own. And that's what we're doing right now. There's someone I'm talking to right now that introduced me to this whole Bible plan.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I just like what I checked it this morning. I checked the first page, but there's a process.
Interesting one from Timini. Let's see some of the reactions trailing this story on the social media space. That is from Omar Afrik. Omar Afrik says, my life changed when I started looking and following the God of men instead of the men of God. No God personally. We'll take two more comments on this story. Joy Micah says, church is a hospital. You don't find perfect people in a hospital. All of us are there to repair the damaged parts and not turn away from the gathering of believers because the system is damaged. That's the gospel according to Joy Micah. Well, that's as much as we can take on this story. This one is from Real Sexy. Real Sexy says, small fame like this, the church will become their problem. In other religion, it's not always like this. Well, this is why I bring you into this conversation, Olive and Osarage. You see that of Oloni, and then you're seeing Timini. I want to hear what you have to say to this.
Osarage, men first.
I think we're too, invested in the lives of other people. I think, the whole of social media and Oloni, I don't follow her. I don't know much about her, but I feel like, all these reactions really just show that people are too invested in the lives of other people. Mind your business, do the one that works for you and just keep it moving.
Seconded.
Same thing with their team.
But I'm not going to second anything because these people have
give hot takes on other people's relationships.
Yes, and no, it's not even just hot takes. It's the fact that she actually has a platform, and then she always reels out advice. She always has a thread. So every day, Oloni starts a thread. She'll say things like, "Oh, women, shall we?" Anytime she says "shall we," she trends the old day.
This is why I say we're too invested. Because Oloni can have that personality on Twitter and have a totally different personality in her house.
But the thing, that's
so
also the thing with having a platform or
hear me out.
you have a platform and you have a community of people that are following you.
So the day that I or any person decides that they're going to live life by my rules, not by my rules because they know me personally, but because of what I post on my Twitter page or my Instagram page, they are being fools. And that's why I say we're too invested. But
Osarage, don't you think the way you post, I see the way you post like I'm just posting. She's posting like an authority on this.
How is she an authority? Like how is Oloni an authority for a grown adult like me?
She even put it as relationship. She even has a book. She has books. She has shows and all that.
What this just reminds us at the end of the day, lots of people hand over the agency over.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Because they lack the discipline to govern themselves. So it's also a reminder that whilst it's great to have mentors, I have people who I look up to in the social media space, but you are adult and grown enough to know the information that is for you and the information that is not for you.
Olive, you wouldn't know if they're adult and grown enough.
The same way that there are extremists in religion, there are also extremists, who are pushing the agenda of misandry, the hatred of men. And that's not really what feminism is about. So for those who are, holding on to this, it's great. Congratulations to her. I'm happy for her that she's gotten engaged.
I'm actually really happy for her.
But I don't know her personally enough to say that, I don't know what she used to say about marriage before now. So I can't really comment much on this.
No, you would have seen some of the old posts we put on the screen. You see one where she says all men are the same. So people are like, okay, so if all men are the same.
Funny enough, and I'll correct you, that is a fake post because she was referring to a picture by Mike Tyson who was doing something. If you look, it was screenshot and it was cut out. She was referring to a particular, I sent that picture to you, Olive.
Yeah.
She was referring to something that Mike Tyson was in the picture doing something. You say all men are the same. So that is actually a fake post. That thing that has been created there is fake.
It's just clickbait. So the summary of it is people are already anytime they see a feminist and a popular feminist, an outspoken feminist getting married, they are looking for
Chimamanda doesn't get it. I think it's the fact that most of the Twitter feminists, and this is me also just taking a difference, most of the Twitter feminists, people think that most of them push feminism in a way that shows hate, like they have hate for men. It's not like healthy feminism. I mean, I'm a feminist.
Misandry. And that's okay. So if what they're preaching is not what you're in support of, you to go and do your own studying for yourself.
Actually, very true. Very true.
We will continue this conversation outside the studio, but we need to wrap up.
We didn't even get the time for Timini. I love Timini, by the way.
Sorry?
I said we didn't get the time to talk about Timini as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have time for that. We'll talk about that outside the studio. Thank you very much, Liz, for joining us this morning.